Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time. If you've been anywhere near YouTube, TikTok, audiobooks, or honestly even memes lately, you've probably heard voices that sound a little too real, like almost suspiciously real. And 9 times out of 10, someone will say, "Oh yeah, that's ElevenLabs." So today we're going deep, and I mean deep, into ElevenLabs, what it actually is, how it works, what makes it different, the real pros and cons, what people get wrong about it, and whether it's something you should use. And I'm also going to walk you through some examples, some stories from people using it in surprising ways, and break down the future this tech might be pushing us toward. So grab a snack, get comfy, because this is going to be a full breakdown, the kind of thing you can listen to in the background while you work. Alright, let's jump right in. Section 1. What is ElevenLabs? Okay, so first things first, what is ElevenLabs? In the simplest terms, it's a company that makes AI-generated voices. But that description barely scratches the surface. Because it's not just AI voices like the old-school robotic GPS lady. ElevenLabs' whole thing is extremely realistic, emotionally nuanced, and editable speech. If you've never used it, imagine being able to type out a sentence like, "Hey, welcome to my channel," and then pick a voice that sounds like calm narrator, an energetic teenager, an older mentor, a warm storyteller, or even, well, yourself. And the AI reads your text as if a real human actor performed it. The reason ElevenLabs caught on is because the voices aren't just accurate, they're expressive. They can whisper, shout, sound tired, sound sarcastic, sound dramatic, all depending on how you prompt them. Basically, they took what used to be a niche technology and made it accessible in a really polished way. Section 2. How ElevenLabs works. Now let's talk about how the thing actually works in normal human terms, not the super technical version. So, imagine you have thousands and thousands of recordings of different people speaking. The AI listens to all of it and starts to understand how words form, how emotions sound, how pacing changes meaning, patterns in tone, rhythm, pitch. It's basically learning the texture of human speech. Then, when you type something, the AI predicts moment by moment how a human would say that line. Not just the words, but the emotion behind them. One thing that really sets ElevenLabs apart is their voice design system. You can combine gender, age, accent, tone, personality, and create a completely new voice. It's like a character creator, but for audio. Example moment. So let's say you want a voice that sounds like an upbeat 20-year-old podcaster from Canada. You can literally dial that in. Or maybe you want a wise, older narrator with a deep, warm tone, like someone reading a bedtime story. You can design that too. Section 3. Real use cases. Alright, now let's talk about what people actually do with ElevenLabs, because this is where it gets super interesting. 1. YouTube content creators. Tons of faceless YouTube channels use ElevenLabs to narrate content. Documentaries, mysteries, game summaries, list videos, motivational content. It lets people who don't like recording their voice still produce high-quality audio. 2. Audiobook creators. This is huge right now. People are creating children's books, fantasy stories, educational audiobooks, guided meditations, all with AI voices. And the cool part? You can assign different voices to different characters. 3. Indie game developers. Small studios with tiny budgets can now have actual voice acting, something that used to cost thousands of dollars per character. 4. Accessibility. This is one of the most heartwarming uses. Some people who've lost their voice, whether from medical conditions or accidents, use ElevenLabs to recreate their natural speaking voice using old recordings. It's emotional, it's empowering, and honestly one of the best parts of this technology. 5. Dubbing and translation. ElevenLabs can now take your voice, translate it into another language, and make it sound like you're actually speaking that language. This is crazy for global creators. Section 4. A few real stories. Okay, this is one of my favorite parts. I want to talk about a few real stories that show just how wild this tech can get. Blue Book Story 1, the teacher who made custom audiobooks. I read about a teacher who used ElevenLabs to create personalized audiobooks for students who struggled with reading. She made voices that matched the theme of each story, like a pirate voice for adventure books, and kids absolutely loved it. Video game story 2, the solo game developer. There's a solo developer on Reddit who used ElevenLabs to create over 30 character voices for an RPG game. No studio, no actors, just him and the AI. And the game got crazy praise for the voice acting. Headphone story 3, the person who regained their voice. One user had old home videos of a family member who had lost their natural ability to speak. Using those recordings, they recreated the voice so the person could communicate again. That one honestly hits you emotionally. Section 5, pros and cons. Alright, let's break this down honestly. No technology is perfect, and this one definitely has both sides. White medium star pros. 1. Incredibly realistic voices. They're easily some of the best on the market. 2. Easy to use. You don't need technical knowledge. 3. Fast output. Voices generate almost instantly. 4. Perfect for creators. You can make tons of content without recording for hours. 5. Accessibility impact. Helps people communicate, learn, and create. Warning cons. 1. Ethical and misuse concerns. Some people clone voices without permission, and the company has had to clamp down with policies. 2. It's still not 100% human. Sometimes there's a tiny hint of unnatural pacing. Most people won't notice, but creators will. 3. Emotional range can vary. Some voices handle emotion better than others. 4. Costs add up. For heavy use like long audiobooks, credits disappear fast. 5. Over-reliance. People might skip learning vocal skills entirely. Section 6. Should you use it? So with all of that said, should you use ElevenLabs? Here's my take. If you're a YouTube creator, if you make audiobooks, if you're building a game, if you want multilingual content, if you need accessibility features, it's honestly one of the best tools out there. It doesn't replace real voice actors, and I don't think it should, but it does give creators a way to start without huge budgets. Section 7. The future of AI voices. I think the next few years are going to be wild. We're going to see full movies narrated by AI, games with hundreds of unique voices, YouTubers who never record a single line, creators dubbing themselves in 20+ languages, AI assistants that sound like your favorite narrator, and maybe even tools that analyze your speaking style and help you become a better speaker. Conclusion. Alright, we've covered a lot today. ElevenLabs is one of those technologies that feels like a sneak peek into the future. Powerful, exciting, a little intimidating, and full of potential. If you're a creator, this is one of those tools you should at least try out. Even if you don't use it for everything, it opens up possibilities. Thank you for hanging out with me for this full breakdown. If you enjoyed this deep dive, let me know in the comments what other tools or tech you want me to cover next. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next one.